Good evening. It's been so long that I have not interacted with you, so that's why I am here today. And also, I have some important announcements to make in this live session. Like to see who and all are live here. Say hi if you are there. And also, I'll be spending some time to answer your questions. If you have any questions related to art or making a art as a profession, please let me know. And meanwhile, I'll show you one drawing which I have been working on for a few months, but I couldn't complete because I have got some commissioned works in between. So I had to pause this. This is my grandfather and grandmother's portrait. I really wanted to do this, but I got some commissioned works. By the way, like, I'm not sharing my commissioned works because my clients like told me to not share on the Instagram, so that's why you are seeing less of my drawings nowadays, but I'm still working on commissioned artworks. And yes, you have seen many of my drawings in recent days, right? So let me just show few of the things which I was doing in the online classes. I was being very busy in online classes, so I'll be sharing you few of my work which I was doing in the online classes, especially in the kids drawing class. I was teaching this kind of small realistic subjects to kids. Yes, you can see this. And I am also conducting online classes for beginners and little advanced level, and also I teach to professional level portrait drawing art as well. See, these are the few things which I have demonstrated during my classes. Okay, yes, these are repetitive. I'll show you few of the other work which I have demonstrated in the online class. And if you are having any questions, please type there. I will be answering all your questions. And if anybody is looking to improve your drawing, please let me know. I do conduct online drawing classes. Okay, so here are the few drawings which I have done in the online sessions. Right, so let me see if you are having any questions. I'm just going through your questions. The realistic drawing, super, thank you. The ready crystal, thank you so much. Vedant, thank you. Ishwin Kaur is saying hi, how can I improve in my hyper-realism? Any suggestions? See, usually I don't focus too much on hyper-realism in my drawings. So only this work I did it as a hyper-realistic work. Other things I do as a realism work, because hyper-realism is very much time consuming. So that's the reason nowadays I have stopped focusing on hyper-realism. However, if you want to do it, so what is most important is observation. Okay, you have to observe your reference photo very carefully. Like, even when you are drawing, you have to look into the reference photo each and every time and spend some time on observing your reference. And when you sit and draw for 1 hour or 2 hours, sometimes you don't notice the smallest mistakes that you might be doing in your drawing. For that reason, take a gap and you can see your drawing from the far away distance or from different angle. So then you can find out few of the mistakes. Also, what you can do is, see, if you are doing some minute mistakes that you can't see and you can't identify them immediately, but if you take a picture and see it, then you can find out the mistakes easily. Okay, so like this. So in hyperrealism drawing, only observation is very important, and you have to see the proportions. So it is not compulsory that when you are doing realism or hyperrealism drawings, you have to do the freehand sketch. Freehand sketch is okay if you just want to represent them like realistic work or regular kind of work. But if you want hyper-realism, you can go with grid line method or these kind of techniques. See, for these kind of things you don't need a grid line method, but whenever you are doing hyper-realism, that is very important. I don't know why somebody is sending me the cry emoji. What is the problem? Okay, and yes, apart from the observation, you need to have patience to spend enough time on your work. Don't try to make it quickly, or don't try to complete it when it is not ready. Okay, you have to spend the required amount of time. Sometimes it might take months and sometimes it might take years if you are taking breaks. So like that, so if you are getting bored in between, or if you are feeling exhausted in between, you just take a break and do some other work, and after that you can come back to that particular work which you want to do it in the hyper realistic form. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. Nishu Art, hi Nishu Art. Aditi Boma, I want to start my online drawing classes. All the best, Aditi. I love to see you start your online drawing classes. Hari, ma'am, do you teach freestyle portrait? See, freestyle portrait, what happens? I like, even though if I teach you, it is not going to come immediately. For that, you need lot of practice. Only if you are doing live sketches on daily basis, then you can improve your skill. So in the online classes or anywhere, wherever you go to the classes, they can teach you something that can make it easy for you to draw. But freehand sketch, it mostly depends on your practice. So without the practice, whatever the teachers teach you, it is not going to work. Yes, I do teach freehand portraits in my drawing classes, advanced drawing classes. So usually I do it, I do these classes for 12 plus years. So if you are interested, you can definitely contact me. Rajput, thank you so much. Lisa Art by Avi is saying, what you prefer more, usual pencil or charcoal pencil? My work almost it is in graphite medium, and I usually use both of them according to their advantage. See, if I have to do this kind of dark hair kind of things, I use charcoal, and for the skin tones and the other details, I use graphite. So that works really well. Okay, super drawing, ma'am. Aruke, thank you so much. Unique Girl is saying, how to do any portrait with Camlin 24 shades watercolor, any suggestions? See, I am not a watercolor artist, and if you are asking me how to do a watercolor portrait, I definitely can't suggest. But if you are using this Camlin color pencils as regular color pencils, then it is well and good. I have used these watercolor pencils as regular pencils. See, this is very generalized questions. Definitely I can't give you specific answer. So it all depends on how you apply the colors. Okay, first start with the outline and develop the layers. Don't rush the process. Satish, hi. All time that how to draw exact face with pencil. See, if you want to draw exactly like how the reference photo is, so it all depends on the observation. And you can also use some techniques to make the process easy. Like you can use grid line method, and somebody does tracing also. So whatever feels convenient to you, you can use that method. But to improve your drawing, it is better if you are practicing the freehand sketch on regular basis. But whenever you want that perfection, you can definitely go with these kind of methods. And it doesn't only depend on how you draw the proportions or outline. So even you have to observe the lights and shadows in the given reference, and you should be willing to spend some time on it and try to create the depth in your drawing. See, if you just draw the proportions right, but if you are missing the depth, so then also you are not going to get the realistic look. Especially when it comes to portraits. See, now you are seeing my face and the light is falling from the right side here. So here you can get to see these highlights, and this side you can get to see it is darker, and here also it is dark, the neck portion. So wherever there is a depth, it is going to look darker. But many beginners miss this. So they just shade everything in the same tone. So that is the problem. So you have to observe these tonal values as well if you are looking for realistic look in your drawing. Okay, this Ganesh art. Okay, thank you for asking this question. This I have did when I was a small kid. When I was going to school at that time I did. I think I have used some regular cheap drawing paper, and I think maybe Camlin colors. I don't remember. Like in childhood we used to get this much small watercolor cakes, right? So with that I did this. I didn't know that you people noticed that. Anandu Biju is asking, hi ma'am, tell next class time please time. Yes, I am starting a new batch for kids drawing classes as well as advanced drawing classes. So if you are interested, please DM me, or else you can also contact me on this number. I am sharing the number here. Only if you are looking for art classes, contact me on this number. Okay, 789 234 6488. Also, if you are looking for any kind of art business guidance, also you can contact me on this number. Okay. NN Art Studio is saying, hi ma'am, I am having trouble in getting the right skin tone in color pencils. Okay, this can happen to many of us. So if you are starting, so you need to study the skin tones a lot. Not all the skin tones are similar, and don't try to finish your skin tone using any one particular color pencil. Our skin is mix of many different layers. Okay, because of the blood vessels and everything, our skin appears in a different shade, and every human being will have different kind of skin tone. First, when you see the reference photo, you have to study what is the undertone of that particular person. So especially there are two kinds of undertones, cool undertone and warm undertone. So when you are doing warm undertone skins, you can start with a slightly yellowish tone in the beginning. After that, you can slowly develop the layers by adding some pinkish shades, beige shades, and some brown shades. So this is how we develop the skin tones, and there are tutorials available in my YouTube channel. You can go and check if you want to see practically how to do it. Okay. Lisa Art by Avi is saying, thank you so much ma'am. How to use stumps in the portraits? Any basic rules in selecting stump sizes? Stumps are any blending material in my drawings. I have shared this many times, even in posts also. I just do the pencil shading. So yeah, stumps are not my thing, so I can't answer that. I like to do the finishing only with the pencils. Devup is saying, hi, here also same. I am not able to do realistic. See, many people are doing is they rush the process. If you are not willing to spend time, then you can't do it realistic. Sometimes it takes like 7 to 8 layers of pencil shading, Even when you are working in painting medium also, if you are looking for that realistic effect, you have to work in multiple layers. Within 1 or 2 layers you can't get the realistic look. So that is the truth. Okay. Sahas Art is saying, I am a new emerging artist. How to improve the popularity? It's very hard to stay consistent. Without consistency, it is not possible for you to reach to more people. So consistency is the key. So don't look for any shortcuts. Keep improving your work and keep researching how you can improve your presentation as well. And you have to be consistent, that is must and sure. And start sharing some value in your content. Just by clicking the photos of your work or just showing the process videos, it may not help. People has to connect with who you are, why you are doing it, your passion. Okay. And people will connect with that, and that is how you build some audience base who truly love you. Okay. Fedra Komi, hello ma'am, I am having trouble doing shading in my drawing. How much pressure I give? The shade is so dull. Can you give me some practical tips to improve? Yes, definitely. So it might be due to the paper quality also. So if the paper that you are using, if it is very thin, or if it doesn't have texture, it will not take many layers. So when like in the beginning, even I have done this kind of mistakes. I can show, I think I have made one detailed video in my YouTube. You can go and check like how to select the right paper. So if you are selecting the wrong paper which doesn't have texture, it doesn't allow you to add more layers. So because of that, like whatever the shading that you are doing on the paper, it is not visible. Even if you add 5 layers, even if you add 6 layers, even it still looks very light. So for that, the texture is the problem. And also use some good quality pencils if your pencils are not that good enough. And if you are doing extremely darker details, wait, I'll show you. See here in this drawing, these are extremely dark. This and this, and the space in between the lips are extremely dark. So when you are doing these kind of things, you can go for charcoal, and there are different types of pencils are also available. I'll show you my pencil set. Okay. See, this is the this is not graphite or this is not charcoal. These are called carbon pencils. There is a mix of carbon with the charcoal. So this will give you extra dark value, and it is not so fragile like charcoal. So you can sharpen it to get very sharp tip like this. Okay. You can sharpen it like this, and you can even make very small details with these pencils, and you can get dark values. And you have to repeat the layers if you want to get darker values. Did I miss any other questions? Let me check. Okay. Shart is saying, please give us some monetizing ideas. Okay, what you can do is, so if you are just dependent on any one type of income source, it is not going to be possible, at least in the initial few years. So don't just depend on selling your paintings or doing commissioned artworks. You can't definitely make a full-time profession out of it. And if you want to monetize your work, it all depends on how you present your work. So if you are really good at any one particular medium or any one particular art form, there will be more chances that people can reach out to you. Okay. So for that reason, you need to be consistent with your work, and you need to be consistently posting And you can diversify your income streams by conducting online workshops, or you can do some pre-recorded courses, and you can also start your YouTube channel. However, none of these things are going to be easy. Only if you are consistent and only if you are present, it is going to work. Like you can also get brand deals and affiliate marketing, all that. So all that depends on your work and your consistency. Sharon Venu, where can I learn to art in Udupi? I don't know, I am not from Udupi, I don't know. Rakshita, okay, PK Art Universe is asking, ma'am, how to improve the portrait fundamental skills to get correct outline? Can you give some tips, please? Yes, see, so everything depends on your observation only. So you have to do work, repetitive work, and you have to practice. You have to observe the face in different angles. Apart from that, there are some rules when it comes to portrait proportions. Okay, so you can study that. The information is almost available in the internet. You study what is the proportions of the face, and according to that you can go with this. So here I can't teach you much. See, usually the portrait proportions are, see, if you take this whole measurement, just at the half this eyes will be there, and in the remaining half the forehead and the skull, and after that this hair portion, and so whatever the remaining half it is there, in that, in the middle the nose will come, and in this particular quarter the lips will come. So this is the standard portrait proportions. How can we get more students to communicate in a class? It all depends on how you are providing value. So if you are not providing any value on social media, then people can't trust you or they can't buy from you. Do you also buy from somebody whom you doesn't know, or with whom you don't have any personal connection? No, right? So only if the person is genuine, then only will be buying from them. If you have seen my content multiple times and if you have already learned something from my social media, then only you will make that decision to buy something from me, right? So same thing for your customers as well. You have to show yourself and you have to be there, you have to be providing some value, so then people will come to your classes. Vijaya Art Studio is asking, how are you? I am doing great. Thank you for asking. You are the first person to ask, I think, in this live session. Thank you so much. Artist Anusha is asking, how can we communicate with multiple students in the same class? It all comes with a practice. So when you are conducting the classes, make some certain rules if there are many people, and if it is very difficult for you to answer to each and everybody's questions, you make a rule that, so whenever there is a question, raise your hand, or only one person has to speak at a time, or you can give some certain rules like at the end of the session or in this period I am going to take a Q&A from you. Okay, like this you can manage. It's all about communication. How is your interest to get in drawing? Okay, Om Sky Arts is asking, how is your interest? I don't know how it has come. Since childhood I was interested in drawing. Maybe it has come from my mom. My mom used to do lot of drawings when she was in school, and I used to see her drawings. I used to admire her work a lot, and maybe that has instilled interest in me to draw. PK Arts in you, so thank you so much. You are welcome. And any other questions? Which paper are you using? I'm mostly using Fabriano 200 GSM paper, and if you want to know more about the papers, I have also posted one Instagram carousel. You can check that, recent post only, and I have also made a YouTube video about how to select a paper depending on what result that you want in your drawings. Okay. Please check that video. PK Arts Universe is saying thank you so much. Okay, welcome. Okay, I think I have answered all your questions. Thanks for being there. I really appreciate your presence, and please share this video when I save it. Please share it with someone who might need it. And yes, I am taking admissions for my art drawing classes as well as portrait drawing classes. So please contact me if you are looking for any guidance. Okay, how to motivate to draw on daily basis? You just have to do it. There is no other way. Make some time and do it. Okay, Sai Krishna artist. Is grid method an improvement for drawing? It's not like an improvement for drawing. It is just a tool for you to get the right proportions. So if you want to improve your drawing, you practice doing the live sketches. Even I am also confused in shading parts in portraits like hair and lips. You can check a lot of tutorials are available in my channel. You can go and check tutorials. Shading is not something I can explain it here. How you manage the reality jobs and drawing at the same time? I'm a full-time artist. I am not working anywhere. I had quit my job previously, and it's almost been 3 years now. More than 3 years I am doing it full time. However, like being an artist is like managing so many things. Like I have to manage social media, I have to manage my students, my online classes, I have to keep sending reminders, and I have to manage time for my learning, and I have to manage time for commissioned artworks. So everything comes with your sense of responsibility and how much it is important to you. So it is all with the priority. How to become professional in art? Practice, practice, learn new skills, be consistent with your work. So that's the only way. Art studio, ma'am, please support my channel. I am an artist. See, one thing, if you want to be successful in your life, stop asking people to support you. Only if you are having that strong desire, even though if no one is supporting, even though if you are willing to do, only then you can tackle all this. Why I am saying this is, see, nobody can be there for you to support you, because they'll all have their own dreams, their own lives. Are you going there and supporting them? You are working on yours, right? The same way they'll be working on their life. So don't expect anybody to support you. So if you want to grow as an artist, you have to improve your skills, you have to be consistent with your work, and if you are providing some value and some good work, then people will definitely follow you. So without that, why do people follow you? They buy from you. You need to be giving something. Only when you give, you receive. So understand that. So if people are coming to my channel, that means maybe they are learning something from me, or they are getting inspired from me. The same way, like even if you want to attract good audience, give something, give some value. Okay, that is the only way of doing it. How many students do you have currently? I have multiple courses. And there are like number of students in different classes. Your thoughts about using grid method, ma'am? It is just like a tool. Okay, so grid method is also a tool. So if you want to use it, use it. If you don't want, no. So if you want to improve only your freehand, then do freehand. And if you are looking for perfection in your drawing, then go for the grid method. That's it. Art of Ashi is asking, hi Chechi, loved your work and you are inspiring. My favorite work of yours is Saraswati. Thank you Ashi, such a sweet message. I hope you are doing great. Salim Raj, where to get manicure? Manicure? I don't know. Such a relevant question. Ritesh. Okay. Okay, I am having a class right now. I have one-on-one call to attend. So I am ending the session. So if you are having any questions, please comment once I save this video. I'll definitely answer your questions, and I'll make sure I'll be coming live frequently from now on. Okay? See you. Good night.